The old clock on the wall ticked louder than usual, as if it was reminding Zane that time never waits for anyone. He sat alone in a dimly lit room, holding a photograph that had once meant everything to him. Now it only reminded him of what he had lost. There was a time when his life felt full of dreams, laughter, and people who believed in him. But slowly, things changed. Opportunities slipped away, promises broke, and the people he thought would stay forever became strangers. "I gave my best," he whispered, his voice heavy with pain. "Why wasn't it enough?" The silence didn't answer him. He looked around the room, at the walls that had witnessed his struggles, his late nights, his quiet breakdowns. Nobody ever saw those moments. Nobody ever heard the silent battles he fought within himself. "Maybe I'm just not meant for something great," he said, lowering his eyes. But deep inside, a small voice resisted. It reminded him of a day long ago when his mother had smiled at him and said, "Life is not about winning every time. It's about not quitting when you lose." Zane closed his eyes, letting those words sink in. He realized something painful yet powerful. He had been so focused on his failures that he forgot how far he had come. Every scar he carried was proof that he had survived something that once tried to break him. Tears rolled down his cheeks, but this time they felt different. "Maybe losing doesn't mean I'm weak," he murmured. "Maybe it means I'm still trying." He stood up slowly, his legs trembling not from weakness, but from the weight of everything he had been holding inside. He walked toward the mirror and looked at himself. For the first time in a long while, he didn't see a failure. He saw a fighter, a quiet one, a tired one, but still standing. "People don't see the nights I didn't give up," he said softly. "They only see the results, but I know my truth." The clock kept ticking. Time hadn't stopped for his pain. It never would. And maybe that was the lesson. Life doesn't pause for your struggles, but it also doesn't end because of them. Zane took a deep breath. What if I stop waiting for everything to be perfect, he thought. What if I just move forward, even if I'm broken? Because sometimes you don't need to be fully healed to take the next step. Sometimes you just need courage stronger than your fear. He picked up the photograph one last time, smiled faintly, and placed it back on the table. "Thank you," he whispered, not for the memories, but for the strength they left behind. He walked toward the door and opened it. The world outside was still the same, but he wasn't. And that changed everything. Because at the end of the day, it's not about how many times life knocks you down. It's about how many times you decide quietly and bravely, "I'm not finished yet."